I'm Emma, and this is Joe.
Hello.
And welcome to the weird and wonderful world of the cards, the universe, and everything cast. Every episode, we'll give you a sneak peek into what's in the cards for Cards, the Universe, and Everything. We'll also fill in your brain with utter random facts and rubbish. Did you know that there are true crabs and fake crabs? Funnily enough, a sleepy sponge crab looks like it's got 3 pairs of legs, so it looks like there's only 6 legs going on. But there's actually their back legs are busy because they're holding the sponge on.
Keeping everything
so
together.
They are a true crab. Yes.
I did have a look at that picture, and it does literally look like if you have a really old sponge that's been in the kitchen for ages, or just cleaning your wellies or your boots, and it's just kind of making its way slowly around the seabed. It looks very sorry for itself a little bit. Poor thing.
I think we now just have to refer to that card as the welly sponge crab, because that's exactly what it looks like.
We can ask to change the name before it comes out. The other one we've got the skeleton shrimp coming out.
They're pretty toty, and they've been called the praying mantis of the sea, and it's all I can see now. They look like aliens.
Yeah, they're horrible. And well, did you know they don't really have a carapace, but they kind of have this camouflage where they can sort of change colour, and they kind of it really puts in them sort of like an alien kind of category. But the sea's full of those kind of things that you just don't think, this cannot be real. Please do not be real.
Colour changing creatures freak me out. Something awful. It's like when you see cuttlefish, No, it's amazing. It's so cool, but no
time for this.
But since they're both crustaceans, we thought we'd have a little bit of chat about why crustaceans are awesome.
Yeah, we both picked sort of 2 favourites. I think we're going to go on today. So I've gone with the porcelain crab. I believe there's a couple theories as to why it's called that. The white trim on its claws and shell resembles porcelain, so you can imagine it's something that you find in those kind of glass cupboards where there's all these kind of ceramic animals.
Some sedgy knickknacks.
Yeah. Well, and another card that I've picked is krill, and now these little guys sit quite close to the bottom of the food chain, and I think I read a fact that whales can sometimes consume about 4 tons worth of biomass worth of krill every day.
That's an insane number. I like that the whales are just doing population control.
Yes.
On the krills, or is that bad? I don't know. It sounds mean, but the whales need to eat.
Yeah, it would be like if you had to worry about getting swarmed by krill if you went for a paddle in the sea, like in Brighton or just off the coast of the UK. It's quite nice that we don't have to worry about that. So I think they're kind of kept in their locations, but I think they sit around upwards of 300 million tons worth of krill somewhere floating around in the sea, which is really horrible to think about.
I think that would be such a horrible way to go, getting swarmed by krill.
Yeah.
Just no. Excellent choices. Really good.
Thank you.
And totally different from mine. I've stayed incredibly on brand. So my 2 are, believe it or not, the Halloween crab and the vampire crab.
Yeah, could see that coming. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. So I love the colours of both of these crabs. I think the Halloween crab's amazing because it is just it's my aesthetic. It's very purple and orange and black, and they actually just look mega cute. I just really, really like them. Yeah. And the vampire crab is my number 2. And I love that it's called vampire crab because it's got that little Bela Lugosi gaze, it's the yellow eyes.
Oh wow, yeah. The tiny little pupils. It's just a beady stare.
So on that note, what we've done is we challenged each other to go off and build a crustaceans deck, and we have. And I just want to say that Joe and I, we're both involved in making Q. We have a great time. Neither of us are the greatest Q players in the world. Well, I'm speaking for myself here, Joe. I'm so sorry to drag you down with me.
I don't think I put myself in that band either. So I'm very happy to. This is an adventure of deck building for both of us as well.
Yep. So I will say that these are not meta decks. These are not some kind of scary insider knowledge. So, Joe, do you want to dazzle us with your deck first? I'm going to pull it up so I can see it.
Yeah. So I've chosen a couple pivotal ones from Crustaceans. It seems like this crayfish is quite a pivotal one you want to get because it does boast quite a big Crustaceans buff. I get lost in these little breadcrumb trails of where does this card end? So I put Sapphire in there. Sapphire needs Kunai River. Had to put that in there. And that one needs turquoise, and I finally got to a dead end at turquoise. So
I do think you would absolutely freak people out at Tongue Eating Lies.
Yeah, it's
I
not a
very
good one.
seldom see it as well when I'm playing. I don't see many
Yeah,
people playing it, so I do think when it does turn up, you're like, oh.
I think when it was released, it probably just people just tried to avert their eyes and then kind of like scroll down in the
If I don't
in the
look at it,
packs.
it doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's not here. It's not right. Yeah.
Cool. Right, good deck. Mine. My deck's super crab heavy. So I've got my two favourites already. So Halloween Crab and Vampire Crab are in there for the reasons I've said before. I feel like if I put cards in that'll boost me on winning, maybe sometimes I'll win. And mean cards. On that note, I do have two other mean cards.
Very nice.
I have Japanese Spider Crab, which is just an absolute beast. It's just so big and it freaks me out. Something awful. But it steals energy from opponents. As does Orangutan Crab.
Cool.
So basically, like, I think I've just filled my deck with crabs that boost other crabs.
Yep.
And dirty thieves.
Lovely.
That's it. I think I'm not a troll, but I'm now worried that I'm saying it out loud. I feel a bit like a troll.
No, I wouldn't have thought ever in the months that I've known you that you would have a deck that would be troll based. So.
Oh, Joe, that's because we've not played each
I
other.
know.
No.
This is gonna be good.
I was really well behaved when we did team bowling, by the way. That was not a competitive aim at all. I was on my best behaviour.
This is where the true colours are shown.
I know. I've also popped in the Sally Lightfoot because I think this is the ultimate troll card, because not only do you get a boost if you're winning, but if you lose, you both lose, which I quite like.
Oh yeah, go down
So
together.
if I'm going down, I'm taking you with me. And on that note, it might be quite nice if some of our lovely community
Yeah, definitely.
challenged us. So we'd love to see, first of all, your Crustaceans decks, because we're sure they're much better than ours.
Yep.
Or maybe not. Maybe no, they're probably much better.
They're probably better. And another thing I'll add to that is it was actually really fun trying to do it timed. I know that sounds like really stressful, but it was fun kind of having those frantic last 30 seconds of just like noting down what matches with what. So if you can try and do it with 5 minutes, it would be interesting to see what you turn out with, and just give it a go.
Yep. And at the same time as well, if you've got a different challenge for us, like if you've just sat and listened to how we both like to play Q and are like, oh, I want to see them build a deck that's all life on land, or that's a rainbow deck or something like that.
Or anything at all.
We'd love your challenges.
Yeah.
And if you have any questions for the rest of the dev team, we can always take it to them and ask them politely. Plus, we've got a super lovely Discord, so feel free to pop on there. Plus, we both kind of lurk about in there as well. So, But what I'll do, Joe, is I'm going to finish this up with one last horrifying crab fact.
Sounds great.
Before we finish, did you know that casters and lobsters have teeth in their stomachs?
Oh no, I didn't want to know
Like
that.
an inside waste disposal unit.
Okay, maybe you don't get an extra fact next time.
No. Also, crabs use these to growl at predators.
Really?
Yes,
Wow,
they like use their tummy teeth to be like, rawr.
Oh my god, that's
I'm
terrifying.
gonna pretend
but
I didn't make that
so
noise.
amazing. Yeah. Maybe that can be a bit of an edit.
Or not, just leave it. That's fine.
Yeah.
On that horrifying note, thank you so much for listening to the Cards, the Universe and Everything cast. I've been Emma and this is Joe. And we'll catch you next time. And as always, keep it cute.
Keep it cute.